Jace Tunnell here. Today we're doing a training video right on a river. And so just so you know, if you don't live at the beach, you can still be nurdling. You can still be collecting data. That's important. And remember, even a 0, if you find 0 pellets, that's still important information. That tells us that, you know, maybe the nurdles aren't coming from there. Now today we're right next to a highway and it's a bridge. And usually right next to bridges, there's access point because people like to fish and stuff like that, right next to creeks, bayous, stuff like that. So today what we want to do is we want to look and see if we can find any nurdles right along the new strand line. And so whenever I say new strand line, that is where the water has been within the last 24 hours. And so with a river or a creek, it's probably just going to be within a few inches here. You can see where it's wet, and actually I see a lot of nurdles in here, like a lot of nurdles. They're all in here. So let me pick one up for you. See that? Nurdles. They're all out up in here. Now, I also see a lot of nurdles up here on the bank. Wow, they're embedded in there. Look at that. They're up inside of the dirt, just all up in here. Now that'd be considered the old strand line. So what we first do when we get here is we go down to the water line, and once we find our first nurdle, we start counting to 10. We start counting for 10 minutes. And once we're done, we count up how many nurdles we have. Then we go to nurdlepatrol.org, where we're going to put in the information of how many we found, where, and when. And so in this, I'll show a little tutorial about how we go in to the nurdle reporting site. You can put in your information, where you're at, and how many nurdles, and then it automatically will show up on a map that shows your data on there, along with everyone else that has been collecting data. And then you can zoom in and zoom out like a Google Earth type platform. You can print up your map. Then you have something in your hand that you can take to your elected officials and say, look, we got a problem here, we got to do something about it. So we're trying to give you the tools to be able to do that. Now, why don't we want these little plastic pellets in the rivers? Well, think about the fish living out here and the birds feeding along the shoreline. There's all kinds of animals living in here that you don't want eating this plastic. Where does everything end up going? Downstream, right? What's downstream? The ocean. And so a lot of us benefit from the ocean. And so we definitely don't want any plastic in there. So anything you can do to help, greatly appreciated. And so any information you get, put it into nurdlepatrol.org, and we'll use that for hopefully changing policy in different states to prevent these plastics from getting into the environment. Okay, with that, if y'all have any questions for me, all my contact info is at nurdlepatrol.org. Feel free to get a hold of me anytime, and stay up to date with our Facebook page on Nurdle Patrol, and where people are posting what they're finding and when on a daily basis. And so with that, thanks for everything y'all are doing. Bye.